Hello guys, how are you all doing? So onto this tutorial, we will learn how to get the Google Auth client ID and the Google Auth secret from Google Cloud Console. So let's get started. The first step is you need to have an organization here in Google Cloud Console. It's super straightforward. If you have already a Google paid account, you will already have an organization by default, otherwise you need to create one. Once you have created an organization, you need to create a project. So you will go here, set up the name of the project, set up a billing account, the URL of the organization. Well, you can select here the organization and set up that URL right here at the bottom. Click on create, and this will be our new project. And it's loading right here. I don't know why it's taking so long. Once we have that, we need to go here to credentials. Okay, we're here in credentials, and now we can click here into create credentials and click here in Auth client ID. And if this is the first time that we're setting it up for this project, we will need to configure our consent screen. So let's just follow these steps. First of all, we need to set up which type of user will be using our app, if only internal users or external. I guess most common external user will be using the Google authentication flow for your app. So let's just select that, set up a test of the, a name of the name of the app, set up a support email. It can be yours. You can add here the homepage link, privacy policy links, and terms of service link. Obviously, this ideally will be set up whenever you go live with the web app. You don't need to set it up by default. You can set up here the developer content information, save and continue. And now we can set up here the scopes of the permissions of the consent screen. You don't need to set anything up there. Ideally, you can add test users here into to know which user will be using this flow before the app goes live. Ideally, you can add here the emails of the developers who will be working with this flow. So let's add that. Let's add them. Save and continue. And finally, we can go back to credentials. We can click here again, credentials, once again in Auth client ID. Now we can select the type of application that we will be working with. Is a web application. Set up a name. We'll call it test again. Here, the only thing that we need to set up is authorize redirect URIs. And if we're working from a server, ideally you will be working, for the Google authentication from a server. We're using Sano in this scenario, so we just need to set it up right here. Here, this is the URL where you will be running the Google Continue or Google Login or Google Sign Up API endpoint. So this needs to be the page. Is like once for example, you're in the login page, right? You log in, you are sent back to this Google page. You set up your Gmail, right? And the person will be sent back to your will be sent back to the web app. And this URL where you will be sent back needs to be right here. This is where you will be running the Google Continue or Login or Sign Up request. So what we like to do in Prodalis is we set up the same login page or sign up page. So you don't need to set up the production URL. You can get started with the you can get started with the staging URL. So we will also be setting that up. As we already have the production URL, we can set it up and sign up. But as I said, those don't need to be these URLs. You can have like another page where you will be running this request from. But we do like the flow to send them back again to the page where they came from. And we will just log them in once they are back. So let's just finish this flow. Let's just create this. Once we do this, it's already done. We already get the client ID and the client secret, and that's pretty much it. They can download the JSON and send it over to you, or they can just copy and paste it and send as well over to you. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys like this type of tutorials, and it will be super useful for you to share with your clients whenever you are setting up the Google authentication. Thank you so much for watching.